Hey friendos, how's it going? It's the Enforcer here with my final NHL 2021 season preview. And now we are on to the last division that I have to cover, and that is the Central Division. And this one here is a mix of the teams that were in the NHL's Central Division in the Western Conference, and a mix of the, I believe they call it the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference. So this one, much like the Canadian Division, is a mix of East and West Division teams. Some of them are old rivalries that will be renewed, that have lost a little steam because one team stayed in one division and moved into, one conference, then moved into another, and the only way that they would be able to play would be for the Stanley Cup. And as awesome as that is, I've missed a lot of these rivalries, especially since my team, the Detroit Red Wings, are in this one, and they've got a good mix of old, bitter rivalries that they have back when I was just starting to watch hockey in the 90s. So I'm looking, even though my team's probably going to get dumped on in this division, going to be the team that other teams are going to feast on. Still, some of these matchups, when you're seeing these logos on the ice, some of these jerseys on the ice, playing against each other, is just going to bring fond memories back for me. So I know I was wearing other jerseys for other divisions and whatnot that were not affiliated with this one, but because Detroit is just going to get slaughtered basically every night, and you got to trust in Steve Yzerman's process here, this is going to be a rough one for the Wings. But I just wanted to wear this beautiful Detroit Red Wings jersey, just because they hardly ever change it anytime they get a special one, other than that reverse retro. I'm going to throw one on. And then, speaking of reverse retro, I'm going to start with the team that is basically going to get slaughtered every night. And this is something that they should have done in their reverse retro. And that is going to be Detroit. All right, I know this isn't a jersey looking video, but look at the silver that plays in there with the red. Like a chrome of a car from Motor City. How did they not do that? They just put bands on it. Anyway, this team's going to get slaughtered every night. Hopefully but because of that, the kids are going to have a lot of ice time. Hopefully they're going to have time to gel. Steve Yzerman's going to find out what he actually has. And another good thing about this squad is going into the expansion draft, they're not going to get much taken away from them, but they could be a wheeler and a dealer. If you're going to be losing something to Seattle may be, Detroit may be able to have some money to house some of these players that they can protect. And they may be a scapegoat for a lot of teams trying to find cap space and making deals. So I think the future is bright for Detroit. There's a lot of fan bases that hate to hear that, would hate for me to see it. Enjoy your time while the Wings are down. I think the Wings are on the upswing. But this year, they're going to get murdered. They're going to get creamed. So continue to just laugh at them, because one year, they'll be back. They'll be back. And speaking of a rivalry that I'm looking so forward to, and another team that had success in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, and now you're paying the price for it. That happens to every franchise. That happened to the Wings, happened to the Kings, possibly happening to the Bruins here, because when you're so good for so long, you have to pay a premium to stay good that long. And unfortunately, that's what's happening with the Chicago Blackhawks. Beautiful jersey. Once again, I say these two teams, as a child, if they were on TV, I'm stopping to watch, because this is beautiful. I can't wait to see these guys continue to go head to head, even if it's just for a 1 year off where they're in the same division. But actually, since they're both kind of in the same boat, maybe a competitive little match, because they know that this is the game that they'll be able to get points off of each other. So Chicago, even though the owner did come out and say, hey, we are in a rebuild here, still look out for Chicago. Every night they've got enough experience, enough players still from when they won the cup that can make some magic happen. Now, this team went on a run in the bubble, got all the way to the finals, and it's so funny because now they're in a division with the team that they played the cup for. That's 2021 NHL hockey. And that is going to be the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars made an amazing run out of the West in the bubble. Fell to a juggernaut that was the Tampa Bay Lightning. And to no fault of their own, I wasn't expecting them to get as far as they did. And if they make, basically like in the other ones I did, from here on, there's a chance for a team to go on a run and make a run for one of those playoff pushes. These two, it will be a difficult path at best for them. But starting with Dallas, I think there's a chance. That run last year, lot of times it gives you the confidence for a lot of those fringe players that they just needed that taste. They just needed that knowledge to know that they can do it. And some of them will take that. Other ones may get a big head and think, oh, I could just roll out the puck here and we're going to get going. So we'll see how Dallas handles that. Now next, it's going to be the Nashville Preds. Nashville Predators. Old school Nashville Predators one. I know I made a faux pas here. I put the 2000 on here even though it was their inaugural jersey. I jacked that up many years ago, so just ignore that. But this one here, an old Bauer. Nashville, couple years, I think 3-4 years removed from their Stanley Cup final appearance, I believe against Pittsburgh. Fell a bit short. Still got some pieces there. Still got Pekka Rinne. Still got that defense. Probably the best defensive core in this division, top to bottom. But we'll see. Because defense will keep you in a game. Offense, you got to get on the board in order to institute that defense. You can't just be a hermit crab all season. So we're going to see if they've got some offense in them. Now, next one. We'll see how they do. It's going to be the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers could come out of nowhere, but they are in a situation where they do have some salary cap restrictions. They may have to make some moves. They may not be as good as they want to be, but I think that they could put together a competitive team, possibly make some noise. Florida Panthers. Good looking jersey too, and I appreciate the Florida on there with the Panther and the state flag there, but with the old Sunshine secondary logo from when they first came into the league. Nice kit. Next, who I think made some noise, knocked off Toronto last year in an exciting 5-game play-in series to advance to the proper round of 16 for the Stanley Cup Finals, and that's going to be Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus Blue Jackets, always on the fringe, never really the favorite, but always when they defeat somebody, really makes you take notice. We'll see if Columbus has finally decided to put everyone on notice, or will they continue to be the spoiler that they are. But I think they could make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, if you're in the tournament, man, you can't win it if you're not in it. If they're in it, they're going to be a hard out. And then with these next ones, I think these are the two that are most likely the ones to be the top of this division. But once again, it's a crapshoot because nobody's been through this here. Second, I'm going to go Carolina Hurricanes. Great young core. Aho, Teravainen, Svechnikov. This team is ready. This team is on the cusp. This team, if all the pieces fall in place, can go places, could possibly win this division, go on a deep run. Hopefully they stay healthy, they stay engaged. Sky's the limit for the Carolina Hurricanes. And lastly, even though they've lost their starting goalie for the season, they've had to sell pieces off, they've had to salary cap restrictions, put some people on some long-term injured reserve, but still loaded. Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay, you have to give them the respect that they deserve. By the way, the blue and the red looks phenomenal right here, but this team right here, until they get knocked off, until they show that they can't go, they were knocking on the door for years. They finally won the cup. I think that's just going to continue. They're going to be probably the highest scoring team in the league, and I look forward to seeing that. And you got Victor Hedman on the blue line. This team's going to be a tough one to go out. I think they're probably going to be winning the Eastern Metro, this ragtag group here. But once again, like I say, I only think that these two, Chicago and Detroit, are the two long shots here. From Dallas to Nashville to Florida to Columbus to Carolina to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Any one of these 6 teams absolutely could qualify for those 4 spots. Really all depends on injuries. If you're going to be able to keep your team healthy, if you're going to stay away from positive tests like Dallas is going to have to start their season 2 weeks later than everybody else because they had 6 players come back with positive tests and 2 staff members as well. So that's going to put a lot of stuff in flux. We're going to see how the NHL deals with that. Before the season already started, they're already making contingency plans, trying to figure out stuff. So hopefully all the games that are scheduled, they may not happen the days that they're supposed to, but hopefully they do happen. Get to enjoy ourselves some hockey, sit down and enjoy some bitter rivalries, because for all the seasons, for this season, all the games that every team is playing is amongst these teams right here. Every game that Detroit is going to be playing is going to be against these other 7 teams, and that's how it is for every other division. So I look forward to having a season unlike any other in the National Hockey League, and hopefully you guys will be able to sit down and watch some games, enjoy it. If you guys are not hockey fans, I implore you, once you're able to go to a game safely and enjoy one, it's probably one of the best in-person events that you can do. It's right up there with a good wrestling match. Just you don't even really have to know what's going on. Just enjoy the flow of the game, and then slowly but surely you're going to start to understand the game. So friendos, I appreciate you guys sticking with me here for my 4th review video for this division. Once again, like, follow, comment, subscribe. If this is the first time that you're watching me on here, I have jersey unboxing videos. My other 3 division previews are up as well. Give those a view. And on the road to 1,000 subs. So everybody, I appreciate it. Friendos, have yourselves a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.